Okay, hello and welcome. This is our Medicine Buddha Puja tutorial. Anthony and I are here in the Gampa showing you how to set up for a Medicine Buddha Puja. So here, this will take place in front of the Medicine Buddha Tanka. And the first thing we want to do is clear the space and get this table set up. We'll start by preparing all items that are needed for the puja and getting those together, and I'll also let you know where everything is for that. So on this table, we put the Medicine Buddha mandala, which is located in the shop, in the cupboard near the wall, the window. Okay, Anthony, can you go get the Medicine Buddha mandala?
Sure.
And we also need the Medicine Buddha text, the sadhana, which should be in there too, Anthony. Then another helpful tool is for any puja setup is going to be the Gampa book. This is located in the shelf with the other books for prayers and practices in the Gampa. Okay, so back here at the end of the, so that goes right on this table. And this is the Medicine Buddha mandala. Thank you. And this is the Medicine Buddha text, which once we're done with that, that can just live over here on top of those texts.
On top of which text?
That one with the
Liberation and palm.
Yes.
Next to liberation of palm of your hands.
Yes. Okay, then next we'll get the card table and put that right here. And we'll cover it with the gold brocade. And then this brocade.
And where's the card table?
This is it right here.
Okay. And we keep that in the office usually?
It's somewhere. The card table is been living in the closet or the office.
Do you want me to grab a gold brocade?
Yes, it's actually in my bag in the office on the chair. Okay, and then flipping back here in our Gampa book says we have Guru Puja, Medicine Buddha Puja, Medicine Buddha Puja setup instructions and guides. So this is also a healthy, handy tool. There's the gold tablecloth, and
You set this below the main
yes,
cloth.
yes. Okay, so there's two different ways to set up for Medicine Buddha Puja. We're offering 64 bowls, and we can do them all in water, or we can do them the really nice and elaborate way, which is to actually offer the different offerings. So the first will be water for drinking, second will be water for bathing, the third will be flowers. So I brought 8 flowers that we'll put for those 8 bowls. Flowers, incense. We have incense here in the Gampa, and we'll always have those here in the Gampa ready for use. Light, we'll also use candles, and we always have candles here in the Gampa for use for this practice as well.
Where can the candles be found?
So the candles and the incense can both be found over here, and this, you just put those on the table. Thank you. Hernan is coming with the bowl full of washed apples. Make sure that the fruit is the best fruit you can find. It can be apples, pears, oranges, mandarins, highest quality, and no dents, no dings, and really thoroughly washed. Back to where the things can be found. They can be found, the incense and the candles can be found over in this cupboard in those middle drawers. And you can use either the battery operated candles, or you can actually light the candles based on your preference, whoever's setting up for the puja. Okay, going back over here. So see, Anthony now has our table set up. And Anthony, you can move the table.
Bring the table closer.
Yeah, you can bring the table closer. And then you want to get all of the water in all the pitchers and fill them up. And you can do that in the kitchen. Yeah, if we just put this one, you know, we want the front side with the longest showing down.
Okay.
And then this, you know, the Tibetan style, they always kind of do it like this. Yes. And it looks real nice and fancy. And then we kind of just center that, put that up to there. And we are good to go here. So then the next thing we'll need is the water bowls themselves. So Anthony, if you don't mind putting that Gompa book back, it just lives right over there. And we'll start preparing for the setup. So you fill a bunch of the buckets of water. And then the actual water bowls are located under here, all in this bag. And then we also have our handy dandy bin right here, that's with all the rice. And all the perfume, the stuff for perfume. And there's the water bowls. And Anthony, also, if you wouldn't mind getting us out 8 candles. Let's light the candles and some incense, the middle one. Yes, the middle one. And it should be labeled in there. What else? Then we'll also need to get the silver prayer books, which are also located in the back.
You use incense for here.
Let's use these. These are the preferred ones. All right, so we have our, yep, those incense are the preferred. And if we need more of those, there should be in the shop's cupboards. Or you can just use any, except for the ones that are in the Tupperware. Those have been offered already. And we can give those away, but we don't offer them again. See what I mean? Okay, so here we have the blue, silver prayer books. And this Medicine Buddha Puja practice is on page 102. So we'll put out a number of these books on the tables for people coming to use. And we also want to prepare the teacher's spot. So, you know, currently we have our 2 leaders, which are Jackie and Venerable Tenrin. So we'd set up a chair and some tables for Jackie with some water. Venerable Tenrin sits on the floor. So we'd set her up with a cushion and 2 tables, 1 main table with the stand with the practice on it, and then a side table for her. Yeah, there you go.
Stand.
We will, here's the stand and the table, and we set up with Venerable Tenrin's cushion, which is the one at altar right now. We'll set that up. Yes, and we try, yes, that, there we go. Thank you, Anthony. And we really try to set up her section directly in front of the Medicine Buddha altar. But since we're having Lamo's service today, we'll do that in between the break. Okay. The other things that we want to prepare for this practice, we need to pull out the puja jar and put it on the front desk, which is done. Anthony, if you want to grab that, we can show what that is, what that looks like, and just open it, and it gives people an opportunity to make donations for pujas. So there we go. Thank you. And then the final thing we will do is we will get an envelope and a kata and put a generous offering, can be $25, $35, $50 into that offering and wrap it in a kata. And then someone also needs to be responsible for making this offering to the teacher. Towards the end of the puja, during the verses of auspiciousness, someone would get up, do 3 prostrations, and make an offering with some money in an envelope and a kata. Okay, we usually just wrap it, and that would be done at verses of auspiciousness. So I think that's it for now. We're going to pause, take a little break, and get back to you once we start the water bowls. Okay. Okay, so here we are back. I'm just going to back up a little bit and mention the importance of the motivation. Right, this is the most important part. So we think before we do any of this, and if you did it, great, and if not, it's a time to refresh. You think, why am I doing this? Why am I here? Why did I show up today? And then you think, we try to expand our motivation with the highest motivation, thinking that we're not just here for our own benefit, doing this practice for our own benefit, but we're here wishing that we become enlightened, and not just for our own selves, for our own sake, but so that we can then be of true benefit to all beings. So with this motivation from the depths of our heart, we think we are doing this practice. This is a preliminary practice, preparing our mind for the Medicine Buddha Puja. So then in our bag of water bowls, the 64, we try to hold them upside down, and we wipe 3 times to the right, purifying our negative actions of body, speech, and mind. And then we go to the left 3 times. And we think, please bless my mind with compassion, wisdom, and love, or compassion, wisdom, and power. And then we put 1 down. Next one. Please purify my negative actions of body, speech, and mind. Please bless my mind with compassion, wisdom, and love. Purify my negative actions of body, speech, and mind. Please bless my mind, compassion, wisdom, and love. Pure blessing our mind, compassion, wisdom, and love. And we do that for every single one of them. And then we also go and do the incense. And when we put the incense under, we're now thinking, may this incense purify and fill the minds of all sentient beings with compassion, wisdom, and love. Instead of purifying, you can just say, filling the minds of all sentient beings with compassion, wisdom, and love, right? So then we're doing this practice, right? Purifying our own minds, blessing our minds, and then doing this for others. Okay, so we're going to pause there and get to work. Okay, we are back again, and we are now doing the water bowls. So just to give you a quick overview of the water bowls that we've done, you do both the altar water bowls here for Padmasambhava and Shakyamuni Buddha. And then we also do the Medicine Buddha water bowls. Okay, so the first one, you take your purifying negative actions of body, speech, and mind. And then please bless my mind, compassion, wisdom, and love. And now, then the third stage would be to use the incense and put the incense under each of the bowl, like Anthony is doing. And just thinking, filling the minds of all sentient beings with compassion, wisdom. That's good enough to start, okay? So once that is done, then you can move on to the next stage, which is starting to fill the water bowls. So we'll take the first water bowl, and we always want to try to keep them turned upside down, because we never want to offer an empty water bowl. We never want to offer anything empty. So we try our best just to, as soon as we turn it over, and we can say, Om Ahum, we can chant that while we're doing this. We just want to put a little bit of water in. Om Ahum, okay? Just enough so that it's no longer empty, and we can place it down. And then we can do that to the next one. And we'll do this to the first whole row. And then once we get that whole row done, we'll then go back and make sure that the water bowls are all just a rice grain in size apart from each other. And this is very important just because, like many things in Tibetan Buddhism, symbolize something. So this space between these water bowls actually represents the pureness of our lineage. Okay, we can reflect on all these things, you know, as we get more familiar with this practice, definitely not the beginning. But so that the space represents the pureness of this lineage that dates all the way back to Shakyamuni Buddha himself. And the teachings of him have been passed down, orally transmitted from him to his students, from his students to their students, over and over and over until they're arriving here today and always in our precious and holy space, Tukchen Kungaling. And just a reminder, this practice is very beneficial for developing healing, world peace, healing within our own minds. We can think of our friends and family members, any wars going on, famine, disease, anything, thinking that may this practice pacify this and fill the minds of all beings with compassion, wisdom, and the power to change, to become better human beings so that we can truly benefit each other. Okay, so we are going to pause here and continue to do this practice, and we'll be back in a few once we make some more way. Thank you. Okay, hello, welcome back. Here we are again. As you can see, we are now making great progress with our altar. We have the first two rows set up with water. So the first one is for an offering of drinking water. The second one is an offering for bathing water. The third one are flowers. We have beautiful sunflowers that we brought in and cut the tops off of. Then we have the fourth row is incense. And when you're trying to cross the incense, you try your best to let them touch. If you can, that's great. If not, good enough. And then the fifth row will be for light. So we have these little candles. And this is also a lovely one that if someone's sponsoring the puja, or we're doing it for someone for some specific reason, you can actually ask the person sponsoring the puja to light the candles, and we'll do that just before the puja starts. And then after that row of the candles, we do perfume. So we'll do that row with water. So once again, we'll pour the water in, and then we'll place it down. And this, we have some fragrance in our handy dandy box. So we then find this is our fragrance, our delightful smells. So we just squeeze that, a squirt or two in there, and that is our perfumed water. Then the next row after that will be for food. And once again, this is where the two offerings you usually bring or get someone to bring are flowers, and you always need 8, and fruit or food. You can also use delicious candy bars, whatever sounds delicious to your mind. We always are trying to be more healthy though. So we have this beautiful basket filled with Honey Crisp huge apples that have been thoroughly washed, and they are ready for that offering. And first we'll put the rice in that one for the 7th row. And when you're filling the rice, you do want the rice to be quite full so that they're also somewhat abundant. And then you place the apples in them. And then the last row is for music, and that will be filled with water. So that is wrapping up our tutorial here. We have this beautiful puja set up, as you can see. So now we'll just start preparing the teacher seat, the offering, making sure the books are out, and the puja jars at the front desk. And I think that's it for now. So we hope this tutorial is helpful. Huge thanks to Anthony and Hernan for making this happen. And once again, most of this information is also in the handy dandy Gampa book in the corner. Okay, refer to that. And once again, to simplify this practice, you can just offer water bowls, but it is really nice to go extra, really go all out and make it look this beautiful. So that's it for now. Thank you.